Okay, so we're recording on that camera. So we'll go live. We're going to go live on Facebook now.
It's 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Do you want me to take it off in a minute?
But it's okay. Do you want to film it? Good afternoon. We are live from Southport, from Robert Newbiggin's house, who's kindly painted our picture of our marathon. Quite excited about this, Robert. Quite excited about this. We're also filming in the background as well, so we've got a camera there. So this is going to go on YouTube at the end of the day.
I'm sitting here waiting.
Louise is there.
I'm sitting here waiting.
I'm actually really nervous because just to film this, Louise. If you're not gonna, I was just. I'm actually
sitting here waiting. I am so excited. Nobody has any idea how excited I am.
So basically, the story behind this: we ran the London Marathon twice, but the second time we ran it with two of our children, Bradley and Charlotte. Christopher is training for next year's London Marathon.
And we're so proud of him.
I'm immensely proud of Christopher and all his achievements. So we actually ran the London Marathon, mum, dad, son and daughter, and it's been registered as a world record as the first family to run the London Marathon or any marathon in the world. And we're quite proud of that. But the moment we crossed the finishing line was very special, obviously. Excuse me. This is the picture that was taken by the official photographer at the London Marathon. And to replicate this on canvas is going to be some achievement. So I put an appeal out on Facebook and I got 50, 60 artists sending me emails, and they were all very good standard, very good work. But one person stood out. His name is Robert Newbiggin, which is here. Robert, thank you for everything. Robert kindly just sent me a sentence, I can do that. And I contacted Robert and I looked at his work and I was absolutely amazed, and his work is a different class. So without further ado, Robert, I want you to reveal.
Sit down and watch it then.
Reveal.
Yeah, if you want to sit down.
So this is the moment where Robert's been toiling over this.
Where's the?
Are you there?
Can't see. Is that the picture?
Right, in the picture.
Can you hold it?
Let me have a look.
Can you turn the camera around?
You got a message.
I'm just going to turn the camera around. Robert.
Sit down then. Sit down.
Oh my god.
Look how you put the camera on.
I'm actually filming this as well behind us.
Oh, we put the camera on?
Yeah, it's all filming.
Just very quickly, it's a mixture of the initial photograph that was given was reasonably blurry.
Yeah.
So what we had to do was go for quite a few different photographs and piece these all together.
Yeah.
And go for what I would call some hyperrealism, some realism, and some painterly.
Yeah.
Qualities that where it's more suggestive and impressionistic.
Yes.
Because of the speed we're going through and things like that, So here we go.
I was just so excited. So, do we have a drum roll?
Yeah.
So here we go. This is.
I hope you like it, folks.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Because you have a lot of orange in there, so we brought that more.
That is absolutely incredible. Robert Newbiggin.
And your daughter's got
oh my god.
The coloured hair on that one, but there's another picture she didn't. So.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah, and it was just capturing the faces just as you were going through,
You're so talented.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Oh, do I like it? I don't know what to say.
You've even got the cones going through it.
It's just incredible.
Well,
It's absolutely incredible.
I mean, you look at different lights, it's just normal light.
Oh my god.
See what different brightness is. Sometimes, when you do light things like super light, medium light, no light, it takes different. It depends where it is in your home.
My only worry is now.
It's getting in the car.
It's getting in the car.
I told it was big, didn't it?
It's quite a stunning piece, but you've captured everything there, Robert.
Yeah.
The moment.
Like I said, it was a massive challenge. And as you know, I've done many, celebrities and what have been famous people. And to be fair, I would rather have a single portrait that I've got to do every crease in, then because something like this, it's very important, you know, and there's so many aspects to it.
I mean, look at the detail.
Yeah.
Just look at the detail. Robert, you do freelance work for people.
Yeah, well, that's what I do.
Yeah, so how do they contact you? How do they contact you?
Well, basically just on Facebook, really, because I use that as my poor artist, you see, so I use that as my portfolio on my website. I can't afford a website, but now, being truthful, it's social media is massive now, isn't it? Yeah. I'm on Twitter, but don't use it. But I'm on Instagram.
So people can contact you if they want a picture doing, they'll contact you and say, Robert, can you do something for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people out there.
And as you see, I've got all the work in here that you can have a bruise that lay to it and from the portrait side of it.
So if you want a picture doing, a bespoke picture, contact Robert Newbiggin on Facebook. I'm going to end this interview now. I hope you've enjoyed the unveiling of the London Marathon picture. It means a lot to us, and it's wonderful that Robert has done this. So we've got a camera behind us filming, and I'm going to interview Robert and do some photography whilst I'm here. He's doing celebrity pictures as well. Robert, as you can see, Tom Hardy. Shall we go on about Tom Hardy?
Well,
you tell us about Tom Hardy as well.
This one in particular, it's only, I mean, it's quite a long story, but the short version is I have a friend on Lord Street, he's a jeweller.
Yeah.
He said to me, I wanted to do a portrait of Charlotte Riley.
Yeah, which is
now Charlotte Riley.
Charlotte Riley.
I'm now a quarter of the way through for Charlotte Riley. Because he passed me this picture and he said to me, can you do a picture of my niece? And I said, hold on a minute, that's Charlotte Riley. Tony, a friend of mine, it's his niece. And I was flabbergasted when he sent me this picture, and it was basically from off the internet. And he says, oh, I see, so Tom Hardy's wife. He said, well, hold on a minute, I've got someone I want you to speak to.
Yeah.
And it was the father of Charlotte Riley.
Yes.
And Tom was on the film set of Venom. Yeah. Basically, what we're going to do as a Christmas present for Charlotte and Tom Hardy in December, we're going to present them this one. Now, this particular picture is where both of them were at a premiere outside a Chinese restaurant in LA. However, we're changing it yet again. That's being scrapped now. I'm doing them again as they are, but that's just a portrait background. Because that was out of the focus. Sometimes the photograph's not always what you need to do. You change it a little bit for what's going to work for a portrait.
That's amazing. And you've got Winston Churchill.
Now, it's this one. I'm not into politics, but I need Boris Johnson to get in, because Boris Johnson was related to Winston Churchill, and another friend, I've got a lot of friends, another one of my friends is a relation to both of them, okay? So basically we said, if he does get in, and he becomes the Prime Minister, what we're going to do, we're going to forward this to him, and we're going to offer it as a sort of a gift for getting into Parliament and getting into number 10, which could mean, I'm going to say could, it could mean that could go to number 10 Downing Street.
Oh my God.
Right. Now what I've done, I've took him from the usual one you see of that is where they've got, like, he's in a boardroom, that's what you see at the boring background. Yeah. I took him outside and put Trafalgar Square. And very, very cleverly, this is the National Portrait Gallery behind him.
So they're going to...
Of course, that's about the nearest I'm ever going to get to the National Portrait Gallery, or maybe it isn't, but at least I'm
oh, fantastic. But just look at that picture. Just look at that picture. That's going to be hung on our wall.
I say it's what I mean about distance, you know, because like we don't look at ourselves. If we look close up,
we're still filming on. We're still filming on here as well. So.
Muscles, you can see the muscles.
Oh yeah. I were a lot whiter, a lot lighter than everybody else's, and that, you know. And it was difficult because it like things like the trainers there was hardly any detail. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at the different colours. So then I was going back to the other ones, but put all the laces in, we're going to get too detailed. You know, so it's a matter of getting a rhythm. And, you know, but each person there's got a little bit of... I mean, what is one with you smiling? I was the nearest thing to get smiling. I know, but...
I was grimacing at the time, trust me.
Yeah. And your hair as well, in one of you, all over the place.
As you can see, very cleverly, Robert was able to take from a different frame. As we crossed the finishing line, Louise, as you can see, she's looking down, and I wasn't quite happy with Bradley's pose. So from the next frame, Robert was very clever in actually, it was bringing Bradley, and Louise is smiling. So that's how clever. It's still the same picture, but slightly adapted. And it's proudly signed in the corner. So just to reiterate, if you want any artwork doing, bespoke, Robert Newbiggin on Facebook, you can contact him, ask him what he can do for you, and he can discuss it with you. And that's it. I'm going to end this live feed. Thank you all for the support, and watch this space. We may get another picture done, but all 5 of us on it in the future. You never know. Have a nice day. Robert, thank you for doing this picture. It's been absolutely amazing. What was the hardest part about doing it?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah, everything. No, the easiest thing for me is portraiture. That is my thing. That's what I do. You know, put portraitures. I've been doing it for years. However, when you get people in action, moving, the photographs are usually a little bit blurry, a little bit, and if you start to make them too vivid and too bright and too sharp, you lose all that kind of dreamscape of the day. And do you know what I mean? And yeah, so I'd say basically the hardest thing to do was to marry things together, because there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. All the detail that comes, and all the people in the background, the crown, walking across the line. There's lots of. But it was amazing that you did it for us.
Yeah, I mean, I know it sounds so stupid, but even the print I did a little bit, not cartoony, but a little shaky.
Yeah.
So you could have had that right, absolutely pristine. But what it does, and I've done it before, your eyes get attracted to things that are absolutely sharp and square and everything. If you're doing other things softer and then, but lost and found edges and things that are more impressionistic, like the crowd. It's a big artist's mistake is to do every detail of. In fact, I had a discussion with another artist in London, and he's a so-called hyper-realism artist. And the one I did of the Queen for Liverpool and St George's, they had an argument with him about it, and basically said that mine was better because I didn't show every detail. Because when we look at somebody, when you and I look at you now, do I see, or you look at me now, do you see everything? Do you see every fibre in my head? What? No, you don't. You get an aura of the person. That's the initial thing you see in their eyes. So anyway, that's my take.
So tell me about your background. So when did you start painting?
I started painting when I was 8 years.
8 years. And where was that?
I was in Southport, and I started going to a park called Botanic Gardens in Southport. And one of my friends were going out getting into trouble. I get into trouble later on, but before I got into all trust me, I was drawing birds and animals in the park, and I just carried on doing it. And I was one of these repetitive painters and drawers. I painted and drew the same thing over and over and over and over again. And then I got into ornithology with bird watching, and I knew every British species of bird still do. If I look at one, I know what it is. I can tell you whether it's the juvenile, what eggs it lays. And I got so studious of this. I kept drawing the eggs, drawing the skin, and then that's how it started. Sold my first picture to my school teacher of a cat at the age of 11.
Oh, amazing.
And that, I think we've got something here. It's no pension. It didn't quite work out like that, but and then I went away from it for a while. And then someone said to me, because I only drew pen and ink, that's all I did, pen and ink and pencil. You need to put colour in your work, you'll sell more. Right, okay, so I started doing line and wash. Like drawing and you put a wash over it, and oh God, that's brilliant. Then I got into acrylics, hated acrylics, And I started those. And I've only been doing portraiture for 15 years.
That's amazing. I mean, your quality of work, you can see.
But see, the thing is, I am a rare artist in the respect that I do everything. Now, there's a lot of artists who only specialise in one. In fact, a guy asked me, could he help me? He said, but I can only do clouds. I can't do hands, and I can't do. No, sorry, let me get it right. I can't do hands, I can't do clouds. I can do eyes, but I can't. I'm not sure on the arse. You know, no, you've got to be able to do everything.
Yeah.
As I'm an art teacher.
That's
as well,
bizarre. So he can't do hands or clouds, or.
Yeah. So as an art teacher, I teach children and adults, but.
So you teach as well?
Yeah, I teach art, yeah. And
Fantastic.
the children that I teach, I try to get them to understand that everything, it doesn't matter whether it's a person, a block of wood, the floor, the sky, water, it is just tones. And in whatever medium you're using, it's just tones, dark and light.
Tell me about your portraits that are hanging in Morecambe and Liverpool.
Right, the pivotal painting for me of everything was the Eric Morecambe portrait.
Saw that.
And again, social media. I went on Facebook, my trusty Facebook, because it's the only one I've got, and someone just popped up, and he was the Morecambe councillor, David Brayshaw, and we were friends on there, just friends anyway, because I used to live in Morecambe, you see. And I said, I'd love to do Eric Morecambe one day.
Yeah.
Up pops and he commissioned me to do it.
Fantastic.
And that was a commission, you know, I was a commission now.
Yeah.
So we did him, and I'm now friends with Gail Stewart, his daughter, Eric Morecambe's daughter. His mother, his wife Joan, they came and unveiled it on
saw that on Facebook.
Oh, it was amazing. It was an amazing day. And Gail Stewart's a lovely friend of mine now.
Yeah.
Then I started doing one of the Queen for Liverpool. Now this was a weird one because I went into St George's Hall in Liverpool. I went to see the hall manager, and I says, I want to do a portrait of Cilla Black for the town, for the city. He said, well, they've fallen out of favour with her because she went down south, she started doing charity work for other places. And I thought, oh, shame, I'm rather than a statue anyway. So right, well, I thought it could be a bit like it is in Morecambe, where they resonate because you've got both statue and portrait.
Yes.
You know, with the Eric Morecambe statue.
Yes.
No, and he said, but, and then he duped me. He duped me because he said to me, how much do you do your portraits for?
Oh.
Just how in general, you know, in general. And I said, oh, about 500 quid, thinking I'm doing really good here, you know, about 500 quid. We do the Queen.
Is that what he said to
So
you?
he grabbed the Queen portrait for 500 quid, and it should have been something for, you know, I could, what can I say? Oh, well, if it's the Queen, I want more, you know. I mean, really, I should have done. I should have done.
Yeah.
You know, a big prestigious building like St George's Hall.
He's got that for a steal.
So yeah, we got it for £500. But to me, it's not about
At
money,
least
it's
your work's
about the
been,
honour, you know.
yeah, but it's been displayed in a
Displayed,
prestigious
and your
place.
name's out there.
So that went up there, and then this came at the one of Ken Dodd came because of that.
Sorry,
because
Ken Dodd.
he said to me one day, the hall manager Alan Smith, one day I want you to do my very good friend. This was before he died.
Yeah.
I want you to do one of Ken Dodd. So I started Ken Dodd. He said, but he's ill, very ill. The next minute he dies. But I'm halfway through this Ken Dodd portrait, then he died. Now I wanted Ken Dodd to unveil it.
Yeah.
And it was so sad.
Yeah.
Now, his wife, Lady Anne Dodd, had seen my picture on social media. Who's this artist that's done my fella? You know, my fella, my husband, you know.
Yeah.
I need to see it, I need to see him, to speak to him, you know. So, one thing and another, we got in touch with the, it was suggested that it got unveiled and put permanently in the Floral Pavilion in New Brighton. So that's where it ended up, and we had an unveiling, media unveiling on TV. Granada reports were there. Lady Anne Dodd was there. She unveiled it, and she loved it. Absolutely.
Your artwork's amazing.
Now the thing that Eric Morecambe's daughter Gail said to me, which meant more than anything, more money or anything, she said that, and it was quite weird actually. She said, "That's not Eric Morecambe. You do realise, don't you?" Oh my God, that's my dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was just unbelievable.
Oh, that's such a
that was
lovely-
just unbelievable. That is my father.
Yeah.
And she said, for anyone to capture my father, you've got a special talent. It's so lovely to hear, you know, and yeah, no money pays for that.
Yeah.
You
You've
did it
definitely
as-
got a talent. Definitely.
It's
amazing.
it's
Like I
very
said, I people think I walk away from my artwork going, oh, that's great, that's fantastic. I'm also kicking myself, I could have done better, I could have done better. And that's what keeps me getting better.
Yeah.
Because if I'm ever pleased, I'm very pleased that other people are pleased, if you see what I mean. But I'm cringing a year after thinking, oh my God, I need to get back in touch with these people. I've got that much better now.
Yeah.
You know, I look at the only one that hasn't changed my view is the Eric Morgan portrait.
Yeah.
That was my benchmark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is stunning. All your pictures stunning, but
And
that's...
of course, them four gadgets behind you.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
gangsters.
We're on with the gangsters now, aren't we? I go from one thing to another. Beautiful people to...
You'd have to
Yeah.
get into the zone of different people, wouldn't you, as well?
Yeah, I study them. You know,
Yeah.
I studied what you guys have done over the day. You know, I was looking at your pictures from when you'd done the Southport one, and thinking, I'm looking at the hair, especially on your daughter. You know, that was important with your daughter because I didn't want to go too obvious with the colour.
dyed her hair.
Very dyed.
Yeah.
And it stood out for me. But it's more of a shroud under there. It's more of it, but you start to get the shapes and everything, and know what's going on, and a very strong eyebrow shadowing, and, you know, little things like that.
Well, you picked every feature up really,
Yeah,
really well.
yeah.
Well, his legs, what's in the muscles in his legs is amazing.
Well, you picked up on that. The number.
And the tone as well, the
shirts.
colours.
And you just look happy.
I was
He was over the
Well, I
moon.
was screaming with that
Mate,
point.
I did it.
It's like,
Yeah.
Now with tattoo, I didn't know what was going on here, mate.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do there. Because, well, again, the distance,
It's fine.
it's, I knew it was draping over your shoulder there, but you know what it is, and it's
Yeah,
there.
everyone knows it's my Medusa tattoo on
Was
there.
that what it is?
Yeah, it's Medusa, it's on there. That's what it is. It comes with a scar.
Public knowledge, you say.
Yeah, I had an accident, so I had to come to scar.
Alright.
But this is just incredible.
it's brilliant.
I hope people watching this.
That's a message board or something. That was.
Yeah, that
that
was our when we ran towards it. That
I think it had
display.
the time, didn't it? On
Yeah,
That
that?
time.
There's the bulbs
Yeah.
isn't there?
Yeah.
Even the leaf coming out the top, you know,
Yeah.
and
Little
these are
detail.
the little things,
Yeah.
and they're funny because you look back at the photograph, these are all part of the day. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's, you know.
Well, that's amazing. Robert,
I love how you got the crowd in as well. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
show me the picture when you get it at home up.
it will be. It's on a big wall.
Yeah.
We've got a big wall, and
Because that's when you see in my studio I can never get far enough away from anything.
I might get a little light too.
View, yeah, I would.
Yeah, a little
See,
light
I
too.
can't view things properly here. And when you see the client
Yeah.
show me from their home, and you go, oh my God, look at it now. Now it really works.
Yeah.
And again, in a frame, like I've been looking at this for weeks without a frame on.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you put it in this frame.
Changes.
It just wow.
Yeah.
Robert, I know we've got
Yeah.
over your details on Facebook Live.
Yes.
We've been on Facebook Live prior to this, and I'm going to interact with a few Facebook films, videos later on in the finished production. But for people at home wanting some work, doing a bespoke piece, they contact you, Robert Newbiggin on Facebook, send you a message, and they can get in touch with you that way.
I find Facebook's the easiest way. Most people are on Facebook or know someone.
Social media.
Yeah, social media.
It
I'm
works.
on Instagram under Rob's Art for You, number 4,
Okay.
and you, letter U. I don't get much off there, and Twitter. I don't know what Twitter's all. I'm not very good at the internet. I mean, 12-year-old.
Twitter's quite.
Twitter's quite
15-year-old
possible though.
Twitter's good for like instant media.
Yeah, it is, but I find it's very lost in the
It's
time. Very
restrictive.
quickly. Yeah, I've never really got much off Twitter.
Yeah, it's quite restricted to what you can do because you're limited to how many.
But yeah, people tell me you've got to go on Twitter, you've got to go on Twitter, and I go on it, and I get hardly anyone tweeting, hardly anyone doing anything on it.
Yeah.
Facebook, the moment I put something on,
Boom.
boom. I've got nearly 5,000 friends on Facebook.
You have, you've got a lot of
And
friends.
I keep getting rid of a lot because I've got quite a few, like, you know, South Africa I don't even know, you know, and they'll just do, I don't even know why I say, I'm too nice for me, you know,
Yeah.
big friend request, oh go on, and the next minute they're trying to sell me a pair of trainers, you know. Or a punch bag, well you're a boxing trainer, aren't you? You're doing training.
Oh, they have Nigerian dollars to give you.
They're funny though, aren't they?
From the great granddad that you.
I can tell you a few stories of them. I've tagged them along for a week on it where I've said, yeah, I'm going to come and meet them and everyone will give you the money. I can't believe it.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, like I say, you've got to show me when you've got it up and running.
We definitely. But Robert, on an interview, I'll do some photography now, if that's okay.
Yeah, of the
yeah. Well, thank you, Robert. You're big in.
Fantastic.
Thank you.